right, I'm excited for today's puzzle, and you may have noticed some things look a little different around here. Decided to, change some things a little bit and try to look, kind of semi-professional a little bit. Not really, but pretend like I am, right? So exciting things going on. In just a couple hours, the puzzle hunt will be posted because we got to 500 subscribers. So that was exciting. Thank you to everyone who is subscribed. Let's keep growing, and maybe we'll have another exciting thing when we get to 1,000. I've got some more exciting things coming up. This all kind of lined up because we just happened to get to 500 at the time when I was planning to do some other things. So there will be more announcements coming soon, probably tomorrow, about some upcoming stuff. So a lot is happening all at once, but that's exciting. It's fun. So watch for I'll post another video, link on my website and stuff for the puzzle hunt in just a couple hours at 8 p.m. GMT, which is 2 p.m. my time in the central of the United States. So you can do the math from there to figure out wherever you are, what time that'll be. But today, I am looking at a puzzle that was recommended to me by Ranks, actually. Ranks, who joined me on the channel a couple weeks ago, and I was on his live stream last week. He sent me a message and said, hey, you should do this puzzle. It's a lot of fun. And so I'm going to check out Snek is Friend, or Snake, for those who aren't familiar with that slang term. Snake is Friend by Philip Newman. And I'm sure I've done puzzles by Philip in the past. I can't remember which one specifically, but Philip always makes great puzzles, so I think this will be fun. And it's got, so we have friendly cells in here, and I've only done one puzzle ever with friendly cells, and it was on Rank's live stream. So I kind of know how they work, but, he was kind of helping me through that, so we'll see. I don't know if I know all the logic on these yet, but it'll be fun to learn it together. So the rules, there's a lot of rules. I tried to condense them down a little bit. There's just a lot of explanation. It's not that there's a lot of rules actually, but so friendly cells. A cell is friendly if it has a value identical to its row, column, or box number. So when we're counting the boxes, the normal, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The usual way. Columns are left to right, rows are top to bottom. So the way that people usually refer to them. So essentially what that's saying is, let's take this cell right here. So this one could be friendly if it was a 2 because it's in row 2. It could be friendly if it was a 6 because it's in column 6. And it could be friendly if it was, well, again, a 2 because it's in box 2. Right? So if you take this one instead, it could be 2, 3, or 7 because it's in row 2, column 7, box 3. That makes it a friendly cell. Now, if this one was a 1, it would not be friendly because it's not in row 1, column 1, or box 1. Hopefully that makes sense. And then we also have all the friendly cells in the grid form a single one cell wide orthogonally connected snake. So if we found out that these cells here were friendly, something like that, they form a one cell wide snake. Now the snake is all connected, orthogonally connected, and it cannot touch itself even diagonally. So actually we can't, a lot of times snakes can touch diagonally, but in this one we can't. So we couldn't do something like that, for example, because it's touching itself right here. And that is not allowed. And then the dots, these are not like normal crop key dots or anything. These dots indicate both these cells are friendly, and a white dot means they're the same type of friendly. So like these could be 1 and 2 right here, right? Because this is box 1, this is box 2. So they're using the same type of friendly. Or it could be 3 and 4 because it's column 3 and column 4. But you couldn't do 1 and 4 because it's box 1 and column 4. So they're not the same type of friendly. And the gray dot means they're not the same type of friendly. So there you go. That's all of the rules. It seems kind of crazy. There's not a lot of information in the grid. All we really have is these dots and those rules. So yeah, it should be interesting. I guess we'll see how this goes. Link in the description as usual. You can give it a try yourself, and I'm going to give it a shot now and see how it goes. Let's reset our timer. All right. So I guess one thing we can do is we can highlight all of these because these have to be part of the snake, right? Let's see. Should we make the snake? Let's have a yellow snake today. Yellow snake sounds fun. Okay. Now this is interesting over here because it has to turn up here, right? And then we can't go here. Let's see. Let's use gray for non-snake. So I think we have to do that, right? But I'm wondering, that's a lot of. So one thing that I noticed when we were doing one the other day is there's not a lot of. You can't have too many friendly cells in one box because only one of the cells in the box can have the box number, right? Only one of these can be a 7. And this one is in row 7. So you're using, the 7 is all. So you've got the box number, you've got 3 rows, and you've got 3 columns. But the row matches, like this box specifically, this row matches this box number. So you kind of lose 1, right? So you've got 7 potentially, but you're losing 1 because it's duplicated. So you've still got 6 potential numbers because you could do a 1, 2, and a 3, 7, 8. Yeah, you could do, I guess you could do all of these. Oh, hold on. No, go back. I thought those were forced, but they're not. Because, okay, let's think about this the right way. Yep. So there's an end. There's 2 ends to the snake. So it could come up here like this. It could be forced this way, and this could be the end. Or it could just come out here, and this could be the end. It's not forced to turn up here. Okay. All right. Let's not think about where the snake goes. Let's just think about what these cells could be because we know that they are friendly cells. So this is in column 1, row 9, box 7. This is in column 2, row 9, box 7. Now, these also have to be different different things. So they can't be 1 and 2. I guess is what that's telling us. If they're not 1 and 2, then they're going to be different. Okay. Now this one is interesting. So this has to be 6, 5, or 4, and this is 7, 8, or 4. But they have to be the same, which means neither one of these can be 4. Because if one of them is a 4, it's because of the column, and then the other one also has to be its column number, which would again be a 4. So this needs to be 5, 8, or 6, 7. Because it's either the row or the box number. And similarly, these two cannot be 3, even though they're in row 3, because they have to be the same type. So this is 1. Oh, this can still be a 3, though, as long as it's for the column. This is 2. No, that's, yeah. So this one can still be a 3, but this one can't be. Okay. So this is either 3, 4, or 1, 2. So this one actually kind of works like a normal crop key dot then, a difference dot. All right, let's look up here. These cannot be, oh, they can be 1. They can be 1 because these have to be different types. So one of them could be 1. This is 1, 6, or 2. This is 1, 7, or 3. Okay, down here, maybe this one's I should have looked at this one first, really, because it's probably the most restricted. All right, this is, well, oh yeah, okay. Yep, this is the place to look first. I don't know why I was messing around with these. Let's look at these two. They have to be the same type. Well, it can't be the column because they both have to be the column number, which would be a repeated 9. It also can't be the box because they would both have to be the box number, which would again be a repeated 9. So they must be their row numbers. And now this one obviously can't be the row number because of the gray dot, but also because of the fact that, I mean, it would repeat an 8 anyways. So this, oh, and it also can't be the column number because that would repeat an 8. So this has to be the box number, which is a 9. There we go. Oh, the 7 here Because it's 8, and since that's the box number, this one has to be its box number. Making all kinds of progress. These 8s force an 8 down here. And since you can't put an 8 in either of these, it's got to be there. Which then tells us this is not friendly. Because it's in column 3, row 9, box 7. So this is not friendly. And so one of these two is the end of the snake then. Because if this comes up, then this one's a dead end. And if this comes up, this one's a dead end. So the end of the snake is one of these two. And one of these two has to be friendly. So let's just see. If this is friendly, it's 1 or 7. It can't be an 8. This one would be 2 or 7, because again, it can't be an 8. Well, it also can't be an 8 because of this. So one of those. And these can't be 1 and 2. What I'm wondering is, can you have... I don't think you have to have a 9 in here, though. No, I don't think you do. I thought for a second you had to have a 9 in there, but I don't think so, because if this is 1, you could do 7, 2. 2, 7, 1, yeah. I don't think you have to. But, interestingly, if this is a friendly cell, it's going to have to be a 1. It can't be a 7 because of that, and it's in row 7 and box 7. So this would have to be a 1. So what I'm wondering, is it possible, if this is the end of the snake, it goes up here, and then it can't turn, it would touch itself. So it would have to come up to here. So it would be 1, 7, 9, 2. I think that's possible. Okay. Well, but okay, let's look over here then. Because this has to go at least one of these ends. Again, this could be the end of the snake potentially, but at least one of these ends has to go somewhere. And this one can't turn here, so it's got to go up there unless it's the end. So could it go up here? What would it be? Let's see, it could be it's in column 9, row 6, box 6. So it'd have to be a 6 or a 9. This one could go to one of two places. Could it go down here? I don't think it can go down here. Cause we can't have any more. No, we can't have any more friendly cells in this box. Right. Okay. In box 9, that's interesting. So it's box 9, so that's the 9. It uses columns 7, 8, and 9, and rows 7, 8, and 9. So the only friendly digits in this whole box that are possible are 7, 8, and 9. This is the end of the snake. Let's make the end red. Which means none of these can be friendly. Well, none of them can be... Yeah, none of them can be friendly, and so therefore none of them can be snake. Because you can only ever use 7, 8, and 9 in this box. Now, is that the same in 1? Yeah, box 1 and box 5. Yeah, it only works in those 3. So in box 1, you've got 1 for the box. You've got columns 1, 2, and 3, rows 1, 2, and 3. You can only ever use 1, 2, and 3. Box 5, you can only ever use 4, 5, and 6. And we've already used 5, so there can only be 2 more friendly cells in box 5. That's interesting. Okay, so this is a friendly cell then right here. For sure, because the snake has to come up this way. So one of these two has to be. Let's see, this could be... shoot, I keep hitting the wrong button. 5, 6, or 9. This one, it's in row 6, box 6, column 8. It could be a 6 or an 8. Now, these aren't necessarily the digits for these cells. It's just if these are friendly, those are the digits. So, same down here. These are just if it's friendly, those are the digits. If it's not friendly, then other digits could be in those. Now we've lost the ability to use 8 in this box because we've got 3 8s here. And we can't use row 7. So we've got box 7, we've got row 9, and we've got columns 1, 2, and 3. So we've got a maximum of 5 cells in this box, 5 friendly cells in this box. So, now, you know what? I wonder if, talking about how many possible cells there are. So the other day when we were doing a friendly cell puzzle, I realized you can have a maximum of 27 cells in the whole grid because you've got 9 boxes. 9. I can do finger numbers. 9 boxes, 9 rows, 9 columns, right? So, and you only use each of them once because once you use a 2 in row 2, you can't have another 2 in row 2, 2 in column 2. You can only use each. So 27 is the maximum, 3 times 9. And what I'm wondering is, we know this is the end of the snake down here, one of these two. And this is the other end, but we have to include these up here somehow. Interestingly, this cell, okay, we said in box 5, we can only have a maximum of 3 friendly cells, 4, 5, and 6. We've used 1. We only have 2 more. So I'm just wondering, yeah. I'm thinking, is it possible for this to come over here? I don't think it is. No, because let's imagine this comes over here somehow. It has to come down, and now it's got to go over this way, but it can't touch itself, so it's got to come, and now there's no way for it to go up and back down again to get to the end, and it's got to include these. So this has to connect up here. So this has to somehow go up and over, and then get these in one form or the other, and then down here and over like that. Something like that. Some that general direction. And so what I'm wondering is, how many friendly cells do we have to use? Right? So, because that's a lot. We can only use 27 maximum. So let's just go the shortest route. It's going to be up here and over. Now you could cut over and up, but that's not going to change the number of cells. Going from here to here is the same number of cells if you go this way or that way, or if you do a stair step. It's going to be the same number of cells. You can play with it if you don't believe me, but it's true. Same here. These are going to be the same. Now, I think, yeah, it could go over here and back this way, couldn't it? But I think that's going to be the same either way. All right, I think that's the shortest. If this goes over and down here and then comes back out there, would that be shorter? We would add 2 here, and yeah, it would be shorter actually, wouldn't it? Is that shorter? Is that the same? Now I can't. Now I can't. All right, let's just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. That's 27 right there. Let me go back to this other one and see if that's shorter. I can't. For some reason, I feel like it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No, that's 27. Why does it look? Yeah, it is. Okay, you're right. Yep. Those of you that are saying no, it's the same. Yeah, you're right. It is. Anyways, so 27. So I think the shortest route we can possibly do is 27 cells, which means we've got to use every friendly digit possible. I'm wondering if we go back to this one, is it possible? I don't think we can come over here. I think that's going to be too long. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28. Yes. So we know that this is friendly then. We can't come up this side because it's going to use too many cells. All right. Beyond that, a lot of this is in question as far as, from here to here, how does it get there? From here to over here or here, down here. But we know this is the end of the snake. And so this has to be snake. These are not going to be snake. So this then goes, it could come up here or go over here or there even. But one of these two is in. So let's think about this one. This would be 2. Oh, this would have to be a 2 actually because it's row 7 and box 7 and we can't use a 7. Okay, so another thing that we learned from this, we have to use every possible friendly cell in the grid, right? All 27, which means we can't double up. We can't use, like this one right here would be a 1. It would be using row 1, column 1, and box 1. That would be a tripled up. But we also can't do, like here would be row 2 and box 2, and we can't do that. And so this one can't be a 6 because it's in row 6 and box 6, and we would be using 2 of our potential friendly cells in one cell. So this has to be a 9. So we can't put a 6. So this can't be a 6 because we can't use row 6 and box 6 together. So this would have to be an 8 if it's friendly. This one could be 5 or 6 because it could be 5 for the row or 6 for the box. But we can't put a 2 in here. We can't put a 3 in here. We can't put a 1 up here. Can't put a 7 here, which we can't anyways. Can't put an 8 here, which we can't. Can't put a 4 in there. Okay, so what would this be? It could be a 7. It could be a 3. This one would have to be a 3. So if it went up here, it would have to be 3, 7, 2, 9, 1. I think that's possible. This one would have to be a 4 if it's friendly. Okay. Can this one be friendly, I wonder? This would be 3, 4, or 6. Yeah, that would still work. I was just wondering if this is friendly, it forces this down here. Would that cause any problems? I'm not seeing that it does. Okay, so let's see. Where else can we... Okay, we know. I think we need to get from here to here. And we can't go over into column 6 because that will use too many. You can't go over and back. And you can't... yeah, so it's got to be, something like that or like this or up here. So in here, I just want to kind of fill in the potential friendly cells over here and see what we can get. Because we know we can't use a 6 in this row. So this would have to be a 7. Yeah, yes, that's correct. These can be 5s, these can be 4s because of the row. We can't use 9 up here. We can use 8 for the column, 7 for the column. And these can all have a 6 for the box. So these are the potential numbers for friendly cells, and we need to use at least 2 if we went straight up. But we have to use a 6 in here. There has to be a 6 somewhere in this box. So if we went straight up, it would have to be like 6-4 or 5-6. It couldn't be 5-4. We also have to use an 8 and a 7 somewhere in these columns on our way up there. So we need to use an 8 and a 7 somewhere in this path up here. We also need to use a 6 and a 3. Okay, and we need to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cells. No matter how we do it, it's going to be 6 cells before we connect to there. So we've got an 8, potentially a 7 and 8, a 4, a 5, a 6, a 3. And then a 1 or a 2 for the row. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So that's 8. Obviously, 8 down to 1 is 8. And we need to use 7 of them, including this cell. So we need to use all but 1. Okay, well, could it go straight up? I don't think it probably could. Well, yeah, because we got our row numbers we can use up here too. Okay. Maybe we should look over here. What can we do over here? What could this be? Could we go this way, I guess? So this would have to be 1, 2, or 4. This one can't be a 2 because it would use up the row and the box number. So you can't put a 2 in here. So these actually would have to be 4, 5, or 6. And one of these has to be in. One of these has to be a friendly cell because we've got a... Oh, no, we could come over here, couldn't we? Yeah, okay, well this one would be 1, 2, or 5. Ah, but we said... Okay, in box 1, we can only have a maximum of 3 friendly cells, right? 1, 2, and 3. So if this comes over and down, this has to use 1, 2, and 3. Is that a problem, though? I think it is. I think it is because I think... I don't think it's going to work. Let's just think about this for a second. If this is... This friendly cell stuff is really tricky. So if this used all of 1, 2, and 3 and became part of the snake this way, now the snake has to come down here directly. And how, I mean, this one can't be 1. That could be 1. I'm just wondering if you're going to have enough options in column 4 now. Because this can't be 5. This has to be a 4 if it's friendly. Which makes that a 2. And if you take 2 out of there... 2 out of there. 1, 2, 4. This would... Yeah, what would this be? Yeah, this can only be 4 or 5. And it can't be 4 because you can't use column 4 and row 4 in the same cell. This can't be 5. This one cannot be friendly. This is a 4 or a 5 if it's friendly. It can't be 5, and it can't be 4 because it would use the row and the column, and we can't double up. So this cannot be friendly. Therefore, it can't come around here and down. So it has to connect this way and down. So this one has to be friendly, as does this one. Now from here, it could go here or here. But we don't need to worry about those anymore. There we go. So this somehow connects over here. If this one is friendly, it makes that a 2. Okay, let's look at these cells. So this one, it cannot be a 4. It could be a 4 for this. Actually has to be a 3. It can't be because it's in row 4 and box 4, but we would be doubling up. So it has to be its column number, which is a 3, which gives us the 1. This one is the 2 because they have to be the same type. These are no longer 2s. All right, that helped a lot. This one could be a 4 for the box or a 5 for the row. But these cannot be, this cannot be 3 anymore. So this one can't be friendly. Because it can't be a 3, it can't be a 7, so this can't be friendly. So this is not snake, which then means this has to come through this way, which means this is a 7, this is a 2, this is a 9, this is a 1. There we go. That's what I needed to look up here at this cell. I was too busy messing around over here. I needed to look at this cell. All right, so this one now has to be a 4 because it's box 8 and row 8, and it can't be an 8. So this is a 4, so now that can't be a 4, so this is going to be friendly. This one is in row 6, column 3, box 4, so it has to be a 4 or a 6. Okay, I'm not sure which one that is yet, but let's see. Can we do any Sudoku stuff here? I have to remember to do Sudoku as well. 3, 4, 5, and 6. This one's not 4. This one's not 3. So we have a 4, 5, 6 triple here. These are 2 and 9. Actually, we can put a 9 up here by normal Sudoku, which tells us this does not come straight up through here. And so I think we can't go to these 3 at all. Because the problem is once we go to column 7, we can't come back to column 8 or we're using too many. Our length is going to be too long. So none of these can be friendly. We don't know which one of these is the 9. So you could still come up here this way. That's still possible. So that one could still be friendly. This one cannot be friendly either way, actually. Because if the 9 is there, you still can't come up and over. And if the 9 is here, then it's not friendly. Because obviously the 9 up here cannot be friendly. Okay, so the 4 here means this is not friendly. Because it would have to be, if it's not a 4, it would have to be a 2, and it would be using, well, it can't be a 2 because of that, but. Oh, and these cannot be, right, because there's the negative, well, we have a negative constraint saying that all the friendly cells in the grid are part of the snake. But also, we know we're using all possible friendly cells, so these cannot be friendly, so this cannot be a 2, or it would be friendly. So we can do that, which gives us our 9 over here, which does not tell us anything about that cell, unfortunately. This one cannot be a 2 or a 4, but it can't be a 2 or a 4 anyways. This one can't be a 4. Oh, and this one can't be friendly because there's no way to come up here and in, so we've got to come this way. This one has to be 3 or 5, either row 3 or column 5. So if it went here, it would be 3, 5, 1, 6. What is this? If this was friendly, it would have to be a 3 or a 6. So if you went this way, it would have to be 5, 3, 6, 1. So either way, you're using. Could it come up here? 3, 5, 6, 1. Yeah. So you're using 3, 5, 6, and 1 on the snake. So this is 4, 7. 8 or 9, and it can't be 4, 8. So this has to be 7 or 9, because it can't be a 2. You're using 1, 3, 5, and 6 on the snake. Can't be a 4 and 8. These are 7, 9, and we know the order because of the 9 there. How about that? All right. So 4 and 8 have to be in here. Yeah, and those aren't going to be friendly no matter where. I was just thinking, is there a place where it would become friendly if you put them in here? Because we have to avoid that, but there's not. So these are going to be 1, 3, and 6, and they are not snake. This one can't be a 3. This one can't be a 1. And there's no danger of those accidentally becoming friendly. These are all not snake. These are all not snake. These are all not snake. So these can't be 6s. Oh, so the 6 has to be in one of these two, actually, because we need to use row 6 somewhere. And we need to use row 5. So one of these has to be a 5. And we have to use one of these has to be a 4, for sure. Because we need to use a row 4 somewhere. One of these has to be a 5. One of these has to be a 6, because we need to use column 5 and column 6 somewhere. Row 2, we have to use row 2 over here. And one of these has to be a 3. So we actually, we can come up, because we would use 3, 5. What? Yeah, okay, we can. But these can't be 3s. So, because you'd be using the row and the box number. So these would have to be this. So I don't think this one can be friendly anymore. What would it be? It can't be a row 3. It can't be box 3. It can't be column 9, because we already have a 9. So this is not friendly. So the snake comes up through here somehow. These are no longer friendly then. So this can't be a 3. This has to be the 8. Because it can't be box 3 or row 3, because it would be doubling up. This has to be the 8, which means this is no longer friendly. If these are friendly, they can't use 8s. So these are going to be 4, 5, and 6 somehow. One of this is now friendly. So this is either going to be 5, 6 with a 4 or 4, 6 with a 5. No, I was going to... See, you got to be careful with the notation. I was about to say this is a 5, 6 pair, but it's not, because this one might not be friendly, and then it wouldn't be a 5 or 6. These are, if they're friendly, these are the digits. One of these two has to be the 2. If this is friendly, what would it be? It can't be an 8 for the column. It could be the 3 for the box or 1 for the row, I guess. Actually, does one of these have to be a 1? 3, 5, 1. If that's not a 1, that can't be a 5, really. This can't be a 5. It can be, but it can't, because it has to. You would have to come up from here, and this one would be the 5. So if this is in, it's a 1. If that's not in, then you have to go through the 6 to get here, which makes that a 1. So one of these is a 1. So this can't be a 1. This can't be a 1. One of these has to be a 7, actually. And this one can't be a 7, because the 7 here. The only place in column 7 to use a friendly cell is right here. That has to be a 7. These have to be a different type, so this one cannot be a 6. It has to be the 1. It's going to give us the 6 there. And now, this could still be... What would this one be? It can't be an 8. It can't be a 3. This would have to be a 2. So we can't go like this, because these would both have to be 2s. So it has to come up here. 2. This is no longer friendly. We got the 6 comes down here. This is not friendly. So it's either 3, 5 or 5, 3. All right, let's do some Sudoku. Let's see if that helps. 1, 4, 5, and 6, I believe. This one can't be 6. This can't be 1. This can't be 1. Right. And so if this is friendly, we're going to have 5 cells that are 1, 4, 5, and 6. So this can't be friendly, which means this one is friendly, which makes that a 4. The 5, 6 pair now is valid, which gives us a 4 there and a 6 there. This is not a 6. This is not a, this is a 5. Okay, and we've got the 1, 4, 5, 6 quadruple plus the 7, 8, 9. So these have to be 2 and 3, and we know the order from the 3 there. 2 and 3. That 3 gives us the 6, the 1, and the 3 this way. Let's see. These are 1, 5, 6, and 7. These can't be 7. These can't be 5 or 6. Or this one can't be 5 or 6. 1, 3, 7, and 8. These can't be 7s. This is the 7, because the 7 up here. This can't be 1 or 3. This can't be 8 or 3. That gives us a 3. All right, so let's look at this. I was just trying to see if that gives us anything back here. I'm not seeing it, but 1, 2, 4, and 8. These can't be 4. This can't be 2, 1. 1. Okay, so none of those can be 1. So this is the 1. There's a 4 here. All right. These are 2, 7, 8, and 9. This one's not 9. That's not very restricted. These are 5, 6, 7, and 9. These can't be 6. These can't be 5. This one still can't be 9. Same as that one. Okay, what about these? 1, 3, 5, and 6. I'm just trying to find the spot that's gonna. Oh, we've got a 1, 5, 6 triple now. So these are 2 and 4. Oh, this one can't be 1. So the 2, 4 pair gives us a 5 up there. These are not 5. That gives us a 5 there and a 6. 6. This is not a 6, so it's a 3. That 4, 6 pair gives us the 2 and the 4. These are not 3. 4, 6 pair gives us the 1. Oh, the 5 there is looking at that 5. That can't be a 5. Okay. I don't know how long that's been sitting there, but oh well, that's all right. Sometimes we are blind, aren't we? Okay. These are 4 and 8. So that's a 2 there. This is not a 2. That's not a 2. These are 2, 3, 7, and 9. These cannot be 2s. This can't be a 2 or a 7. That gives us a 2 down here. This can't be a 3. Oh, the 1 over there. 1 and 5. This is a 7. The 3 up here gives us the 9 and the 3. These can't be 9s. And the 6 up above gives us these. 6, 4. This is an 8. These are not 8 or 9. 2 and 7. The 2 down below gives us this. Now, I think we are nearing completion. 4, 6, and 7. This one can't be 7. Got a 4, 6 pair in the column. So these are 3 and 8, and that 3 is going to fix those, which then rebounds back over and all around the grid. And this, 6, hit the wrong button. These are 4 and 5, and they have to be in that order, and that's going to give us the 6 and the 4. There we go. All right. Sneck is friend. Whew. That seemed like we had very little information at the beginning, but just little pieces, a little bit at a time, we were able to build it up, and very cool. Very neat idea. I like the idea of using, forcing all of the forcing the snake to be 27 cells long, because we knew we had to have all the friendly cells on the snake. But I mean, you can triple up in boxes 1, 5, and 9. You can double up in the other boxes. I think not all of them. Maybe can you? Yeah, you can double up in all of them. Because box 4 you can do row 6, box 3 you can, yeah. In all of them you could double up, and you could triple up in boxes 1, 5, and 9. So you could make the snake quite a bit shorter potentially. So yeah, and that's a neat idea with the dots indicate the whether it's the same type or not. I like that. That was a lot of fun. So yeah, I've done 2 puzzles now with the friendly cells idea. I'm sure there's other puzzles out there like that. Maybe I'll have to go find some. That's a neat idea. Um, yeah, cool. All right, I enjoyed that. Hopefully you guys did as well. If you have not checked out the Puzzle Hunt, and it's after 8 p.m. GMT on November 23rd, go check it out. More exciting stuff coming up. Hope you guys have a good Thanksgiving. Be back again with some more puzzles. Thanks. Bye.